Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Tony Fishing, yo. Today I'm with
Professor TNT.
and y'all the legendary Professor TNT, y'all. Hey, I got a couple questions to ask you, man. Let me ask you this: what do you like better, Android or Apple,
Apple.
and why?
I think it's easy for me to just network what I gotta do because I ain't trying to learn something else. Same thing in the studio. I still work with PC. I'm not trying to go to Apple. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, easier to send files. Hey, I definitely agree with that, man. Hey, let me ask you this: what's your favorite brand and why?
In what?
Let's say shoe brand.
I'm Nike all day. I'll go with the Air Force and stuff like that. Boom. I got these Air Force right now. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? They don't make that. You know what I'm saying? They don't make that for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Got that shit on lock.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie, them things looking clean, boy. Them things looking out crispy. Miami Dolphin edition, y'all. Hey, let me ask you this, man. What's the number one green flag in the dating community?
Communication. If we don't got no communication, that's it. It's done. I don't care what you look like, what it is, what's it about. But if you can't communicate and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm waiting all day for a text and stuff like that, I'm the one to be like, what's up? I can't be the one hitting you what's up if you can't tell me what's up.
Okay, all right. So communication. All right, can definitely relate to that. Let me ask you, what's the number one red flag when it comes down to dating in 2025?
No one red flag, you go all day and you hit me up or you call me like, what's up? And then when you don't hit me up and then you talking to everybody else and then I see you posting a bunch of shit, but then you want to say, hey, and when I ask you, how your day been? Oh, it's been okay. But then you see that online and we're like, all right, it says okay, all right, cool. So you're not always number one. If I'm not number one, that's it.
All right, now let me ask you this: is this like something that are these people that like you're dating, or just people that you're talking to, or just trying to get to know, or trying to date? Like what's the relationship you have with that type of person?
All of the above. Like if we're talking and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and you can't hit me up, that's fine. My attention is not gonna be on you. It's gonna be on somebody else that's giving me that attention.
Okay, all right. So Professor TNT, let me ask you, man, how do you know somebody loves you?
It's easy, man. It's like that's the first person to call you in the morning or text you and be like, "Hey, babe, I just woke up. Da da da. I got this and this and this to do." By the end of the day, I was like, "Go ahead, do your thing." You know what I'm saying? And by the middle of the day, "Hey, I just had that. I had a hectic day. Blah blah blah. Tell me about it. All right, this is this and this." But if she's just brushing you off, like, "Yeah, I had this to do," and da da da, and the whole day go by, you gotta be consistent. If someone really like you or someone really trying to check you, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like checking for you because that's the type of person I'm at. I want to know what's going on in your life, and if I don't know what's going on in your life, then I don't know who you are.
Okay, okay. And what do you think about marriage in 2025? You think it's cooked, or do you think there's a chance you can find somebody out there for you?
I think marriage nowadays is based on who could get better. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's like, okay, this person's here, this and that, but they got their priorities all wrong because they look for somebody to give them attention, but they got nothing going on. And the person that's working and working hard, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he don't got enough attention for you, and then you'll be like, okay, well you don't pay me no attention, but I'm working though. Instead of a dude who's playing video games all day.
Straight like that, y'all. I guess attention nowadays is a new currency. It's not really so much about the materialistic thing or the money. Am I right or am I wrong?
It's not about the money. It's not about security. A lot of girls want to do with security and money, but they don't know how to handle a dude like that. All of a sudden, they just want a dude that just want to give them attention. But the dude that's giving you attention is giving every other girl attention. He's just trying to feed. Most of the time, they have about three, four girls that they talking to. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these girls feel like, okay, they give me attention, but you ain't give me no attention. But I'm working though.
Okay, so how much attention is too much attention?
Too much attention is like if I tell you what my day is and I'm in the studio and this and that, don't be blowing my phone. Where you at now? Where you at now? Where you at now? Where you at now? No, no, it doesn't work like that. If I say I'm in the studio, I'm in the studio. I'm gonna hit you up after I'm in the studio and be like, yeah, I just came out the studio. Too much attention means that they too clingy, and when girls get too clingy or guys get too clingy, you blowing up a phone. You know she at work an 8 hour shift. Why are you doing that?
All right. Okay. I definitely agree. Hey, when a man's handling their business, the man got to handle the business, right? So, like, I guess when you're focused in on your studio time or whatever, you just need to, lock in basically, right? And that's like what you need to do to focus and perform, right? Because at that moment, you have all your attention on that. You just want to make sure that is good. Am I right?
It's not just about the attention of studio time and stuff. If a dude is working, he's working. You know what I'm saying? If a girl is working, she's working. You shouldn't be blowing up a phone. Who you at? Where you at? I'm checking on you. I call your manager. You're not there, and this and that. Like you don't even know. And if she's not trustworthy, she's not trustworthy because maybe you check in and be like, oh, she didn't even work today. There's red flags for everything, and if you can't even see it, you're gonna get played.
Sure, like that. Hey, let me go ahead and like fix this grill real quick before we burn this thing down real quick, man. Cause like we got, as you see, man, we got the hot dogs, we got the Nathan's hot dogs, and we're gonna go ahead and take this off real quick. So intermission, real quick. We'll be right back with the interview. All right, yo, hey, so we back. Hey, let me ask you this, man. Would you rather be single forever or in a toxic relationship?
Single forever. I think people complicate relationships so much that they get to the point that I need this, I need this, I need this. I got to the point in my life. I'm 45 years old. I know I don't look like it, but for me, it's like I want a companion, someone I could chill with, watch TV with, go hang out with, go to the beach, do this, do that. At the end of the day, it is what it is. When you're ready to leave, bye.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this: how hard is it for you to find a trustworthy companion that has wifey potential?
It's not hard for me to find a girl. I could get them dime a dozen. Everybody who know me know who I is. You know what I'm saying? But for the time that you try to put all your all into it, you might as well play the game. You might as well get about three, four, five, and then you could figure out. And that's what the game has turned to. Like, is this person like just want to chill? Or is this person want to go here, go do this, do that, and all the time you spending money, 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 and before you know it, you got another dude in the picture that's spending more money on her, and that's a gold digger.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Because do you think women want somebody with a lot of money or somebody that has a more genuine connection, heart to heart? What's more important? Do you think?
I think for the most part, cause I got two sisters, I think it's all about do I connect with you? Can we vibe? Can we just chill? It gets right back down to the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's they want that security to know that if they lose their job or something like that, can you help me out? Can you take care of me? That's great. That's all well and good. We're men. That's what we do. But at the same time, I was like, if I see like it's like, okay, you're taking too much and you're not giving me more, I want to take you out and be like, okay, babe, hey, guess what? I got this. You know what I'm saying? And she'd be the one to be like, got this. Get it a couple times. I'll do two, three, four. But after five, six, seven, and I'm keep on doing it, no, not doing it.
Okay, all right. And do you think a woman can stay with a man with no money?
Yeah, they can. If
But
she's
for how long?
Yeah, they can, but at the same time, if he's taking care of the household, you know what I'm saying, cleaning up, cooking, doing this, doing that, taking care of the kids, whether it's his kids or not kids, you know what I'm saying, it don't even matter. If he's doing his part as a man, that's great. But at a certain time, she's gonna be like, "Yo, so what you doing?" So he gotta have to step up and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna just make sure that It's a security with females. It's all about security. If she doesn't feel like you're gonna be that one to help her in the time of need. The same thing with guys. If I feel like you can't beat it, like guys do not want a girl with money, hands down. Guys do not want a girl with money. Guys want to know that you're gonna be there for me when I don't got money.
So let me ask you this: why do you think most of these, modern day females are pursuing their education, trying to get that PhD?
Because there's no guys out there that they're searching for. It's all about what they're looking for. And if they're looking in the wrong places, right? They want, like I said, it goes right back to security. They're looking all the wrong places. So, okay, there's a guy, he's this, he's that. I'm going to take care of me. But when they get so independent that whatever that guy is doing or whatever he's making, they don't see the other part that he's doing. If he's a good guy, if he's a bad guy, they're gonna be like, okay, well, you're whatever. You know what I'm saying? So for them, it was like I don't need a guy. So now what happened? That guy got to step up his game so much that he got to prove every single thing. Take out the trash, wash the dishes, make the food. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And then it's still not gonna be enough because in the back of her head, she's thinking like, well, I'm bringing in the bread. You know what I'm saying? And when anytime a girl is making more than a guy, she'll always nitpick every single thing, so where she doesn't even see what he's really doing.
Okay. Let me ask you this. I mean, you got some valid points there. Would you rather would you rather date a chick that's a 5 in looks but respects you, or a chick that's 10 in looks that's disrespectful to you?
I think ugly comes at a certain point. I've dated fine girls, I've dated ugly girls. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I've been with a lot of girls. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's like I have had girls that just fucking buy me ice cream and come. Like guys, they complicate guys. Guys like simple things in life. I had girls who were Haitian and brought me grill. I had girls that were Spanish and work at Boston, you know what I'm saying? Like ice cream and shit and bought me ice cream. We're very simple creatures, okay? So when you step it up to the point where you want me to do this and want me to do that, I'm not required for much. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I can speak for girls too, because I have a lot of homegirls, and it was like, I do this, I do this, I do that. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't appreciate it. You have to watch what exactly is a simple thing. I think in life, we complicate life more than anything else. You're bringing religion into it, you're bringing race into it. Yeah, and you guys are not seeing what exactly is the most thing. Do you vibe with that person? Can you vibe with that person? At the end of the day, it's like, do you see yourself growing old with that person? And not many people will see that because they're so focused and fixated on things that is not even natural. You complicate things so much that you got your friends. Friends will put that rah 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 in your head. He's not this, he's not that. Friends will tell you what they want and they want from you and what they want for you, but because they're jealous and they want something else and they don't see that.
Hey, man, the boy speaking his truth right now.
Professor.
Professor
That's
TNT. So let me ask you, how did you get the name Professor TNT?
So when I was in the studio and I was doing everything I was doing, I had a guy come and he was like, he was telling all his friends, I'm gonna take you to see the professor. I always went by TNT. This is back in 2001. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm gonna take you to see Professor TNT. And he was like, well, I was like, why? Why you start calling me that? It was like, because you come to my studio and everybody that came to my studio, they already know that when you go and you step up inside my studio, I'm gonna talk to you for like an hour or two about your life before I record you. I've had girls come in there, singers and stuff like that, they cry. And I bring out the best in them because I don't want you to write a song 1 month ago about a breakup and then you come in the studio and you already got over that breakup. I'm gonna bring that side out of you of what you felt. You know, I had guys who was doing this and breaking in and all this stuff, and all of a sudden they was like, "Oh shit, I need to take you to see the professor. I need to take you to the professor," and that's how the name stuck with me.
Yo, we got the one and only Professor TNT in the building, man. That man's actually out here preaching straight facts right now. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to know other people's perspective of what's going on and how they're thinking and their past experiences and what they've learned from the past. You know what I'm saying? We're all gonna make mistakes at some point, but the biggest thing is to learn something from your past, learn something from the mistakes, and then how to improve yourself going forward. You know what I'm saying? That's what life is all about. No man is perfect. No woman is perfect. Absolutely do love women. Don't get it twisted. We're just trying to build that bridge. You know what I'm saying? Join that gap between two rivers right now, yo. Not all heroes wear capes, okay? Some of them do public interviews. Yo,
Right.
hey, check this out. We do got the grill going right now. Harvey, explain to me a little bit about what we got
All
going
right.
on
So
here,
what
man.
I did was
Damn.
something called a Trinidad jerk chicken braised in a brine that I made. So what I did was I cut up some banana, which is shadow benny, and some garlic. I blend that up with some Jamaican seasoning, and then I also put some barbecue sauce and ketchup. When I blend that up, what I did was I already barbecued the chicken and I put it in there. I cut up some sweet peppers. I'm talking about two bell peppers and about three different tricolor peppers. When I cut it up there, I put a bed down. I put some sauce so that way it doesn't stick. I put the chicken on top of that, and then I put the rest of the peppers on top. And what I did was I drizzled the rest of that sauce on top, and then I covered it. I put it on there on a low medium heat, maybe about 200, 250 degrees for about 3 hours. I let it brine in there, and there's what you got.
Okay, all right, yo, it looks absolutely delicious, yo. Come get a zoom up, a close up, real quick before I take this thing off the heat. And it looks absolutely amazing. We got some steak in there too. Hey, what we're gonna do? We're gonna eat real quick, but yo, y'all stay tuned, man. We got a lot more questions to ask my boy Professor TNT. If you guys got any questions you want me to ask going forward in future videos, drop a comment down below. So Harvey, let me ask you, man. 'Cause I see that obviously you're in a wheelchair. Like, how does that affect your day-to-day life and your dating life, your love life?
So here's a funny part of that story. I had a high school sweetheart right after my accident. My accident happened when I was 16 years old. That's back in 1996, and we stayed together after like 2 years. And when I started going to like clubs and stuff like that, Tropics being one of them, I was there, and like I realized that I don't need to stay with this girl just because I'm in a wheelchair. Because my thought was like, damn, ain't no girl gonna want to do it in a wheelchair, right? So when I started going out, you had friends of friends be like, "Oh my God, he's cute." It was like, "Can I holler at him?" And it was like, boom, and there you go. I started talking to girls. This girl started talking to this girl. They were like, "Oh, this shit like that," and it started just happening in a way where like I started realizing like the wheelchair don't even come into play. It's what you say to a girl, and it catches. You know what I'm saying? It resonates. And it's not even like a brainwash manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about like, damn, it was like this guy is saying some things that I like to hear. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just about me trying to do that. It was just me being me, had I been walking or not. And that this right here became a vision where it's obsolete. They couldn't see this. What they saw was a guy that was saying some shit that they love to hear, and I was executing. I execute everything I say. If I say I'm gonna come pick you up, blah 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 blah, I'm there. If we're gonna go out, boom, I'm there. I've never asked out any girl in my life because I always had girls to ask me out. And the only reason is because they saw something that they didn't see in any normal guy. Because all normal guys want, they think with their dick. Sorry to say it, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think with my heart first. First and foremost, I see someone that's in pain or need and something like that. I fill that void. When you could fill a void in a female, that's it. Do not try to go at a girl, be like, I want to holler at this girl. I want to hit that. I don't holler at no girl that I want to hit. I holler at a girl because I like you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what you is. I've dated fat girls, skinny girls, black girls, Indian girls, Spanish girls. It doesn't even matter. And all of them know that because they know me on Facebook.
Straight like that, yo. Hey, y'all heard it from Professor TNT himself, y'all. Let me ask you this. We're gonna switch topics a little bit. Um, what's the number one red flag in the coolie community specifically?
For a female or for a guy?
Let's start with the females.
For a female, if the guy is always drinking, he's jealous, he's very clingy, he tell you how to dress, he tell you who your friends are, and I don't like this person, I don't like that, and you shouldn't be doing this. I never. That's why I'm saying I never did that. I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I don't give a damn if you how you dress. You got tight skirt, you showing stomach and this and that. You got friends, you got all kind of friends. I don't care. The guy friends, girlfriend, it doesn't matter to me. And you need like guys need to like switch from that and be like, let her do her. She was doing her before you. All you need to do is be supportive, right? For a girl looking at a guy, you gotta watch the red flags. If he's like telling, like I said, if he's telling you what to do and this and that, and I don't like this and I don't like that, let it be that. You know what I'm saying? You're always gonna have a friend that yeah in your head and be like, I don't like him, da da da. She's most of the time is jealous. You know what I'm saying? For a guy looking at a girl, it got to be like, okay, she's not calling, she's not this, she's not doing this. Maybe 9 times out of 10, and I've been there, done that, she's still trying to holler at her ex-boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll be in the picture like rah rah rah, and then before you know it, she gonna holler at him because he's giving her more attention because he's a low life. You know what I'm saying? He's not doing anything with his life. You know what I'm saying? But because you're doing, and before not, she's gonna realize it, and then it's too late.
I think you just literally covered both genders. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you covered both genders, red and green flags from the male and the females in the coolie community, right? And okay, so that kind of covers it right there. Let me ask you this: you think men and women can just be friends only?
Yeah.
And is it a good idea?
Yeah. I think if you could look at a friend as a friend, because I got mad female friends,
Mm-hmm.
I got mad homegirls, and they know that. Here's my trick to that. It might sound fucked up. It might sound weird, but I feel like you could meet a girl and she's so fine. You know that you're not on her level, you're not on that term. But if you talk to her and you be really good friends with her, right? She gonna be like, he's a really good friend. Chances are she's a fine ass girl and she have fine ass friends. She's gonna be like, oh my god, he's so nice. He's always there. I talk to him, this and that, and it's gonna pass it on. And then before you know it, it was like, hey, my friend want to talk to you. And chances are that friend is finer than her. And I run the clubs, bro. We had socials lounge, we had blusters, we had Tobago. You know what I'm saying? We had Ginger Bay. We was out there. People know me, bro. And every time I talk to a girl, I'm like, hey, I love your party and this and that. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Bring your friends out. Tell a friend, bring a friend. You know what I'm saying? Me and Mabo was out there like doing that, bro. But we always know that, okay, she's cool and shit like that. She not feeling me, but her friends will. You know what I'm saying? So for guys, that's that. And girls is the same thing. I had so many girls come up to me, it was like talking to someone, telling me it was like, oh, I want his number to be in all them boys and shit. I was like, yeah, no problem. I had catch no horrors. They say I catch no feelings. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, you good. You know what I'm saying? You put them down with that, and they treat him right. It was like Harvey and his friends, Professor TNT and their crew. It's all good, man. And that's what you gotta do. And chances are you'll find someone that meets your match. My homeboy finds someone through me, and he got 2 kids with that girl right now.
Okay, hey, my boy Harvey out here spitting, yo. He's got a lot on his mind. We're letting everything out. This is the podcast style video, man. I hope you guys really enjoying it so far. Let me ask you this: what advice would you give men trying to get over heartbreak?
It's very simple, right? At some point, you got to focus on you. You know what I'm saying? You got to, it's not so much, you're never going to pick up the pieces. I got to see it like, all right, you could have that shattered heart, and I'm gonna build back now. And now, a lot of times I see it like this. Like just the other day, right? I had a, like I've been having a shattered heart, right? You know what I did? My niece's birthday was coming up. She's turning 13 years old. My nephew was coming up. His birthday is coming up. You know what I'm saying? He was turning 5, and for me, I bought a locket, a heart that's teared in two, and I give her one, and I give him one. And the speech was at her birthday. I said to them, I was like, I had my heart broken for a long time, but I'm gonna give my heart to you guys because I know it will never be broken, and you could keep that until I'm ready for it. So my thing for guys and girls is find someone that always been in your life that you could give your heart to and let them keep it. You know what I'm saying? Because chances are you trying to fix this broken heart, it's not gonna work because it's broken. So guess what? So now you're looking for every single thing that's wrong in that relationship. Oh, you look like you're doing this. My ex-boyfriend used to do that. My ex-girlfriend used to do this. You know what I'm saying? And you keep on nitpicking, and you're just gonna brainwash yourself because maybe they not. Maybe they're not doing that, but you see these little red flags that maybe it is. And now you sabotage your own relationship.
That's deep, y'all. That's definitely deep. After you go through a heartbreak or a breakup, do you think it's a good idea to be friends with your ex?
Yeah, I got mad friends with my ex. They they're on Facebook and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? My thing is like we started off as friends, or maybe we started off as lovers, or whatever the case is. You got your own thing going on. It's cool. There was a point in time where I loved you, and there was a point in time where we connected at a certain time. Okay, we fall out of love. This and this happened, and it's okay. If anytime I hook up with a girl and she have a ex lover or ex boyfriend stuff like that, and y'all friends, that's good. At the end of the day, dog, it's all about trust. If you don't trust that person, you should not be with them. If you don't trust that person for whatever the reason is, you should not be with that person at the end of the day, because that's always gonna be, where you at? Where you this? I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about it. No, no, no. At the end of the day, it's all about trust.
Yo, I 100% agree with that, yo. If you love somebody in the past, definitely don't hold no grudges. That's my personal advice. That's Professor TNT's personal advice too as well. It's not good to hold grudges with past lovers, friends, things of that sort. You got to be the bigger person. Don't look in the past, look in the present and the future. Have a good heart and don't hold no grudges. That's a really, really good, solid advice for you guys. What's the number one nicest thing a woman has ever done for you?
I think if you hit me up in the morning and say, "Hey, babe, I just got up. I got a long day, but I'll hit you up when I get a chance." and then she hits you up during her break, and then she hits you up after she get out and be like, hey, can you make it tonight? Are you good? You know what I'm saying? Boom, and you hit her back. I think the most nicest thing she could do is, I'm sorry to say this, but fuck what you heard about Valentine's Day. I've had girls bought me flowers. I've had girls bought me gifts. You know what I'm saying? If you could get something in the mail with a little teddy bear and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like that melts any guy's heart. Because if you waiting and sitting there, but like for flowers and teddy bear, like, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, but it's Valentine's Day, so what did you do for me? You know what I'm saying? You think Valentine's Day is all about the girl. No, Valentine's Day is about the person you love and about the person that loves you. So at the end of the day, it has to be mutual. I'm gonna send you some shit, but if you can't send me nothing after the first time, we're done.
All right, we're gonna switch a little topics real quick. What do you think men in today's society want the most out of their potential female that they're gonna date?
Respect. Like, respect me, right? Okay. You don't have to love me. I've said this many times. You don't gotta love me. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta show me none of that love shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, respect me, because respect is love. Respect is love, loyalty, consideration, being there for everything. We have this thing in our head that love is love. Love is not love. Love is blind, and we made that shit. We're human beings. So we made up this little empathy and this little emotion that love is love. So when I say I love you, oh my God, I'm okay, I'm safe. No, because love in a marriage, I love you, and then she's over there being, in, you know what I'm saying, uh, faking on you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to tell me love me. You don't even have to tell me respect me, because I'm going to see it.
Can a female disrespect you and love you at the same time?
Uh, no, because it goes right back to that. Love is respect. Love is just one word. Respect has 10 meanings. Okay? You have loyalty, you have compromise, right? You have respect, you have trust. Let me tell you something. You can have someone working in a job, and that person will get shit from the boss constantly. I hate my boss. I hate these fucking workers. Da 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 da. I want to punch my boss and this and that. But you don't do shit. Why? Out of respect. Because you know if you do that, you're gonna lose your job. So now respect come in the game. I respect him. So when he or she comes there, we're like, oh yeah, 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 you won't say anything. That comes in a relationship. Not everything needs to be a fucking argument. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't do this or she doesn't do that and doesn't do this and doesn't do that and the house is a mess and shit like that, not everything deserve an argument. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it comes respect. I respect him because why? I don't want to lose him. I respect her. Why? Because I don't want to lose her. Because why? She's doing something for you. A lot of times we fall in love, not with the person. We fall in love because what that person makes us feel.
When it comes down to the women and the men dynamics in 2025, who ultimately is the final decision maker and the leader in the relationship, and why?
I think the person that has the most compromisation, the person that could say, all right, whatever, let's do this. You don't want to go out? Why? Okay. You don't want to do this? Why? Well, I can't stand your mom. I can't stand your sister and this and that. Okay. Is there any way we could go past that? Okay, cool. All right. Is there any way that I'm trying to put myself on the line that you're not getting along with them, and I will come and support you. At the end of the day, it's all about support. I don't care if you get along with them. I don't care if you don't get along with your friends and stuff like that. If you want me to come with you, I'll go. I don't care about your friend. I can't stand her or him. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you want me to go, babe? I'll go. You want me to do this? I'll do it. At the end of the day, it's all about support. It's nothing else. Because she's supporting you at the end of the day. Or he.
Let me give you guys a hypothetical situation. You and your girlfriend are at the club, 3 o'clock in the morning. You guys are both under the influence. It's time to go home. You say, hey, babe, it's time to go home. She wants to stay.
Been there, done that many times. I can't tell you, bro. I'm Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? How many parties have we ever done? You guys been to my parties. You guys was young. You can even get into my parties. But the point is that when that thing hits, you have to be really good friends with that friend that you could go to and be like, hey, you know what? You guys are not friends at all. You see her getting tipsy. At some point, you guys should have said, hey, you should drink some water. And I would respect that my friends tell me when I'm getting on and be like, hey, Harv, oh, TNT, yo, drink some water, bro. You know what I'm saying? You getting a little loose. You want to run everybody over in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. And again, it comes with that person be like, you're right. Let me do that. But again, a person, red flags. There you go. You know what I'm saying? If she's doing that or he's doing that, then they don't know how to conduct themselves in public. So what's gonna happen in a smaller situation? Where you at a restaurant, the guy bring your fries and it's like jacked up, and you're like, no, da 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 da. I would honestly, between me and you, I would just eat the fucking fries. I wouldn't even say, nah, I'm not gonna do that because you don't know what they're gonna do. You just made an enemy because he gonna see you the next time, be like, oh, this guy or this girl. Why are you making a big scene? There was one scenario I was with a girl, right? And I went to do my haircut. And she's in there. And now she's a Haitian girl. Beautiful as shit, right? We went in there and it's a Caribbean place. The barber is from Barbados, right? We over there in Dakota, and not Dakota, Diego is cutting our hair, right? And I hear them talking. And I hear a group of people talking about, um, oh, all Haitian girls are black. Now, she's a red bone. You know what I'm saying? She literally had to talk out of tongues and be like, "Oh no, I'm Haitian." Da da da. And she got over there like, okay. Long story short, got back in the car. I jumped in. I started the car and stuff like that. She was like, "Why are you so quiet?" I said, "I got nothing to say." She was like, "Oh, say what you gotta say." I was like, "You embarrassed me in there. You didn't have to say that. If I was in a place and they was talking bad about Trinidad people and Indian people, I wouldn't say anything because it's not my talk. Sometimes you have to know what you have to say and when to say it. And I told her I would never go again anywhere with you because you don't know how to conduct yourself. It's all about conducting yourself. Pick your battles.
What do you think the number one biggest mistake most men make when dating modern women in today's society?
Not being honest. Always have faith in your girl that whatever you say, if you want to hang out with your boys, say, and this is how you test the red flags. It's like, hey, you know what? I want to go hang out with my friends. You know, you don't have to ask permission. Don't say, is it cool if I go hang out with my friends? Because I'm a type of person like, if you say that you want to go hang out with your friends, great, go ahead. Can I? I'm not even gonna say, can I call my friends? You go call your friends. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. All right, great, babe. All right, I'll meet you up later. I think the most part is that we try to, guys and girls try to lie so much because they don't want to piss off the person that they're with. And if you feel as though you have to sugarcoat everything that you do in a relationship, then it comes right back down, ratty. You know what I'm saying? To trust. That means you don't trust that person. So why am I with you if I don't trust and say I'm gonna go hang out with the guys tonight? I don't need to say I'm gonna go hang out with the guys tonight. You good? I don't have to say that.
Okay, let me ask you this question. I know we're jumping topics, but do you think most men in today's society want a boss babe chick chasing her career or a stay-at-home wife and take after the kids?
No, yeah, it's definitely not that. Because if you're a real man, you could take care of your own. I'm saying is, it goes right back to the same thing. Is that she could focus on a career. She could focus on family. If she cannot juggle a family and a career, just like a guy can't focus on a family and career, and he only want to focus on a career, then it's not gonna work. He has to chip in. She has to chip in. He cannot do everything in the house, and she cannot do everything in the house. Everybody needs to meet. They have to have family meetings and be like, "Hey guys, you guys are gonna do this, this, and this." She's gonna be like, "Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm gonna do this." He's gonna be like, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm gonna do this. They're gonna have to have a day that they do laundry, a day that you guys take out. Okay, if the kids are big enough, okay, you guys are in charge of washing the dishes and taking out the garbage. And it's a family thing. It has to be a family thing if you have a family. If you don't, and each one is chasing a career and nobody wants to do anything, it's not gonna work.
How rare is it to find somebody to start a family with in today's 2025 dating?
Well, when you're dating, you have to find out from her if that's what she wants. You have to find out from him if that's what he wants. And at the same time, you got to meet halfway. Okay, how long after you think it'll be good and possible to have a family? Okay, 1 year, 2 year. Okay, and you focus on that. If 1 year and 2 year come by and you guys can't even focus on that, like, you know what, I need one kids. Then you should have known that red flag from the beginning, because she would have said that from the beginning. He would have said that from the beginning. At the end of the day, it's all about compromise and focusing on what the flags are. And if you can't catch it because you're brainwashed by how good she look, and she's brainwashed by how much money he makes, then it's not gonna work because you're already brainwashed.
Hey, big shout out my boy Professor TNT in the building, man. Hot exclusive interview right there, giving you guys a 411 of what goes on inside Professor TNT's mind. Hey, I'm gonna be popping out all different locations, pop up fets, Miami, Las Olas, Fort Lauderdale. We're gonna be doing interviews all over, yo. So if you guys like this type of content, y'all know what to do. Hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, see y'all in the next one. Hey y'all, I got this question real quick, man. There's just terminology that's been thrown around right now. What's your thoughts of an alpha female?
Alpha female is one that don't need you, right? Alpha female is one that don't want you, but a one, right, that you know that you can make her a better her, right? She doesn't know it, but in the long run, she's gonna be like, damn, this man will keep me focused in everything I need to do. Supportive. It comes with support. Support it.
Wait, hold on. I'm just a little confused because I thought that men are alpha. I didn't know that female could be alpha too. But apparently
No, no,
there's an
no.
alpha
They,
female.
they like to pretend that they're alpha. They like to pretend that they're alpha just for whatever reason, because like I know females like that all the time. They want to pretend that they're this, they're that, they're tough. They call the shots. But when things get tough, or like somebody like steps up to them, shoot, they might back down. They might cry. Now they want to be girly. So I just think it's just a facade, bro. Honestly, man.
So, what do you think about the relationships when the woman is more alpha than the man?
Nothing wrong with that. If she's holding down her own, he need to know what his role is. If a man doesn't know what his role is, and this is your role, you do this, you do that, and stuff like that, and just take care of that. It's all about being supportive. And if he's not supportive in what she's doing, even if she's an alpha, there's an alpha in relationship. My sisters are alphas in relationship, and that's okay with that. Sometimes you can't have two alphas in a relationship because they're gonna bump heads all the time.
That sustainable? Is that long term? And how has that been working for you?
Let her believe what she wants. In her mind, she's alpha. In my mind, I'm alpha. If we just keep it like that, that's good. It's like it's not my business to know what she thinks about me or thinks about this or that or like other stuff. But
But
you know,
let me ask you: do you think that's a good match for you, or would you prefer a female that's not alpha because it's not in her DNA to actually be alpha?
hey man, love is a battlefield, bro. One day she's alpha, next day I'm alpha, next day we're
Wow.
both alphas. I mean, shoot, man. It's day by day, bro. It's different, bro.
So I'm just kind of confused because I always thought that they could just. I always thought that men are alpha and women are feminine.
No, no, no.
That's not. Wait.
Raj hit the note. He said about love. Again, at the end of the day, it's not about love. It's about respect and being supportive. And if you can respect that person for the role that they play in a relationship, you go with it. At some point, maybe the man will be the alpha. At some point, maybe the woman be alpha. In a relationship, you have to pull and tug. So maybe she come one time and she pull in the rope, and maybe he come one time and pull in the rope. It's all about compromise. At the end of the day, is who could pull this relationship at a certain time of that relationship. It's not one is gonna pull the whole relationship. No alpha could pull a whole relationship because then you're gonna be bossy.
Well, here I got one more thing to say. I got one more thing to say.
But what?
Over here.
I'm lost, y'all.
One more thing. Dog world and also in like the lion world and stuff like that. People a lot of people believe that the male dog or the male lion is the alpha, which they are when it comes to hunting and certain things. But at the end of the day, like the female dog is the alpha when it comes with even with dogs, like female dogs. They like a big alpha male dog get submissive to a female dog. As weird as that is, bro.
Let me touch on that.
I'm learning all kinds of stuff here today. Like I said, I'm not the dating or the relationship expert, y'all. So I'm just really curious to see and pick these boys' brains to see, like, what they're thinking, and just at the end of the day, we just want to be in something that actually works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Whatever works is what people want to do per se. Everybody wants to be successful and have a good relationship, but like a lot of people are doing things that just don't work.
I don't know if that transitions into actually like the human realm. You know what I'm saying? But what I know is like in the animal kingdom, like there's some animals that are just the male is the dominant alpha. It's just is that. But then also within that high realm of other animals and stuff, the female dominates the male. But anything else, like when it comes to any other battles with other territories, other animals, other group of animals, same species or different species, it's the male that would probably step up. But within the territory of that little pact of animals, sometimes it's the female that tries to dominate.
Okay, I mean, I can understand it could happen, but is it sustainable for a long-term life, like a lifelong relationship?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the biggest
My
question.
thing is, if a female thinks she's alpha and dominant, I'm gonna let her think what she wants to keep the peace, and that's good. Her, she's at least she's up there with me. But at the end of the day, we all know what time it is, bro. We all really know who the alpha is, bro.
Let me touch on
I don't need to verify with the female that I'm more alpha than her. That's just ridiculous. Let her think she wants to be alpha. All right, good for you. You be alpha. You know what I'm saying? But just know that the real one is right here. Because when there's any other outside battle or any outside threat or any outside thing, who you think's gonna be protecting the household and the family?
Exactly.
All right, so Roger want to touch on primitive style. So primitive style is very simple, right? You want to talk about like the lions and this and that, and but listen, a lion sleeps 23 hours a fucking day. He only gets up to eat. Who's doing most of the hunting? The females. He's only there to step in and be like, okay, I'm gonna take care of my pride. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to be supportive. I'll be there to do that. But at the end of the day, she's bringing in the meat. She's bringing in there. He's just there to just like roam. You know what I'm saying? You could be supportive in different ways. You don't have to brainwash and sugarcoat to your alpha, a female, to be like, okay, I'll let you think what you want to think. It's not about that. What she thinks about what she thinks and what you think about what she thinks, it all comes about being supportive. Are we here to make this shit work or not make it work? Because I'm not going to lie to no female and say that how, okay, you doing this, you doing that, and I'm going to just go with it. I'm not going to do that.
All right. Let me ask you this question: what's your longest relationship,
9 years.
and why did it end?
Because she decided that she wanted somebody else, right, to be more walking. You know what I'm saying? She didn't tell me that in the beginning. Everything was good. And she was like, no, I want a guy who could walk on the beach and stuff like that and hold hands and stuff like that. Okay, it's just simple stuff. I'm not going to walk on the beach. I'm going to get stuck in the sand. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, all right, if that's it. And then she learned very easily that the grass is not always greener on the other side. She ended up in quicksand because she always calling me up and telling me how bad it is.
You met her initially in the wheelchair. You weren't walking.
No.
After 9 years, oh, you met her when you was?
Nope.
So you met her like this.
Yep. I met her like this. She always been very supportive. I was the one back in the days with MySpace and stuff, and she was seeing everything, all the girls and stuff like that. And every time I call her, she always been the first one to pick up and talk to me about this girl and what they doing and shit like that. Until one day, I told her, I was like, when I was in Trinidad, and when I went on vacation, and she was always calling, and I told her one day, I was like, damn, I think I'm in love with you. She was like, that's weird, because I always been in love with you. So for me, it was just naturally, I cling to her. And I cling so hard that before you know it, we was together. And everything was going good until one time she went to New York, and I didn't want to go to New York, you know what I'm saying? Because I had so many things to take care of with the album and everybody else I was working with. And then so happened that her cousin introduced her back to this guy that she used to talk to prior to me, and then she fell in love with this guy. So when I asked her, and she hit me up one time when I was in the kitchen, right? And she was like, is it possible to be in love with two people? I said, yeah, I've been in love with three people because everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why? Who you in love with? She didn't want to say. And finally, mute my TV. I was watching the game, and I said, "Who you in love with?" And she said, "This guy." Da da da. I said, "Go ahead, do what you gotta do." She was like, "No, no, I'm gonna take you to New York and this and that." I said, "No, it's all good. I'm not going to New York because all my base is over here. I'm not going to New York to start over. You know what I'm saying?" So she was like, "No, what are you gonna do?" I was like, "You should have thought about all that before you tell me all of this." So she was like, "If I go there and I decide that I want to be with this guy and it doesn't work out, can I come back?" I was like, "Nope."
So that is absolutely wild, y'all. 9 years relationship is a very long time to be with somebody, right? And the fact, did she, wait, hold on, did she actually, okay, because I know you guys were in a relationship, you guys were in love, but like, did she actually say it's because you can't walk?
She didn't. She subliminally said it that how he put it in her head that we could hang out and I could do things that he can't do. And I said, "All right, so go ahead and do what you can't do. I can't do." You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I'm not gonna lie, man,
I'm not gonna
that's
get the
deep.
details, but
Yeah, yeah, no, 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 that's
you
deep,
already
y'all.
know. I
No,
can't
no,
do
no,
things
that's
I
deep,
can't
that's
do.
deep, and especially, 9 years relationship, once you've been with somebody for that long, yo, and you got a deep connection with somebody, like that's like a part of you, a part of your life, a part of your past, a part of your history is always gonna be forever within that person. So I mean,
Here's the crazy part. The crazy part is that I didn't want to get married in my mom's house. So finally, when I got my house out there in Loxahatchee and I proposed to her, she said yes. 1 year later, this shit come to happen. So now it's like this and this and that. I was like, everybody know we was gonna get married. Every time I go Trinidad with her, everybody was like, when's the wedding? When's the wedding? I was like, I'm not gonna get married inside my mom's house. Every time we go to New York, all now I got all her cousins be hitting me up. It's like, oh, this guy is so boring and this and that. But the point is that you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
whew, talk about the tea,
A lot of
y'all.
tea, bro.
A lot of tea is being spilled here. Honestly, I feel like this is a really important waking up moment for just people and humans in general to really let out, whatever it is on their mind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are going through things. When you bottle it up, y'all, it really doesn't do the body and the mind good. It feels good to let it out. I mean, everybody has a past. Nobody should be embarrassed of their past. I got a past. You got a past. Obviously, Professor TNT got a past, and that he just shared with y'all. So, very special moment. A little bit of a blast from the past right there, man. And, whew, a lot to unpack there, man. But, man, just wild, y'all. Just wild. That's deep, man. Yo, I'm shook it, y'all. I'm just shook. Yeah, you don't mind putting this out there.
You know what I'm saying? You ask me a question, I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm not gonna be like this alpha dog, be like, yeah, 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 dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna be that. I'm gonna show my vulnerability, and that's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, a real man shows his weakness because they know, no matter what, our true capabilities and our true strength, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that about wraps up this video, y'all. Man, I hope you guys really enjoyed it, man. Hey, if you guys are going through a dating or a relationship issue, y'all gotta think, put yourself in third person, think about the other person, compromise, make it work. But most importantly, be logical about the situation. If something don't seem right or feel right, go with your gut feeling, y'all. Hey, it's your boy Trini Fishing out here. That boy Harvey out here. I mean, that boy Professor TNT.
You know,
Any closing words for you, man?
closing words is, man, know the person you're trying to hook up with before you hook it up. If it's she just, or if he and she is just like something you just want a rebound or something like that, let them know that that's what it is. Like, listen, I need to get over this, I need to get over that, and I'm gonna just be that until I could get my heart together, until I could figure out me. Because if she doesn't know her and he doesn't know him, it's not gonna work. And you cannot get in a relationship where they're trying to figure out who they is because it's not gonna work.
Another closing. That's a great point. Another closing question is like a lot of people think that we have all the time in the world to get this kind of stuff figured out. Truth and reality is that we don't. You know what I'm saying? Time is gonna fly by like that. If you love somebody, don't let them go. Stick with them forever. Um, Tomorrow's not promised, y'all. You feel me? So if you love,
And that's why y'all here today. And that's why my dudes are here today. Cause I said that how we can live off memories all day. We can live off reminiscing all day. Hey, remember that time we went out? You remember this? You remember that? You remember that? We could do that all day. But why does it stop there? It doesn't need to stop there. Let's keep on building memories. It's all about building memories with the people that you love, the people that you trust, the people that you respect, the people that's loyal. I can't tell you how many times that you guys been there for me, and that's all it is. And I'll be there for y'all. At the same time, be there for the people that's there for you. Don't be there for the people that only want to use you, want money off of you. That's not a friend. A friend won't say, I'm going to take you somewhere and shoot me 50, shoot me 20. That's not a friend.
Great valid points, y'all. Great valid points, man. That boy is speaking from the heart. Y'all never tolerate disrespect from anybody. Could be a friend, family member, or just somebody random on the street, or even a past partner. Y'all, disrespect is so, respect is so crucial in today's day and age, especially how toxic social media and a lot of other influences can be. So, yo, y'all value respect, value one another, man. We're only trying to bring people together. Hey, this video is long enough as it is, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.